Hello everyone and welcome. If you are looking on a little guide on how to make sure your design files are of good enough quality to be printed by print-on-demand companies such as PrintShrimp, you are in the exact right place. So in this video, I'm going to go through everything you need to know, such as DPI, what color settings you need, what file type you should export, and whether you need to worry about a bleed or margin. This tutorial is largely focused on poster prints and for our company PrintShrimp because we print posters for people. However, it still does apply to wider digital files and things like that. So you are in the right place and it's going to be a no nonsense, very quick guide. So let's get going. So first of all, no, you should not be stressed. It's not a complicated process to get your designs ready. Don't worry too much. Like a lot of the time you can get away without knowing anything about how to set up your files and they will still print fine. However, if you want to go the extra mile, put in that extra bit of loving care, then you're in the right place. And let's get to it. So first of all, how can you actually tell if your files are good enough quality? I will say normally, if you, for example, have designed a file in Canva or in Photoshop by just using text and elements like that, it will normally be good enough quality because they use vectorized graphics and things like that. So you won't have to worry too much. However, it's not always the case if you've got elements off the internet or if you've used AI generations for certain graphics. Therefore, the quality might not be technically high enough. The way to check this is by looking at the DPI of your image. So what the hell is a DPI? DPI is dots per inch, and it's basically just a fancy way of saying like how many pixels are involved in your image. The more pixels, the better normally. And what you want to be aiming for is 300 DPI. So I'm going to show you how you can check what your artwork is at. So here we have a poster that I have created. By the way, if you're not looking into selling posters on Etsy, I highly recommend doing so. Check us out at PrintShrimp. We have all the information you need on how to do so. They're a very, very good product for print on demand with really good profit margins, and they're very easy to design. So check it out if you haven't already. So this is an image that I have generated via using AI. So it might not necessarily be good enough quality for print. We could maybe do with upscaling it. And the way I'm going to check this is by checking the DPI. So you can't actually do this in Canva, but all you need to do is download it to your computer. While we're here, I will say JPEG and PNG, always the best to download when you're sending orders over to PrintShrimp. Between the two, it doesn't matter too much. A JPEG will actually take up less space on your computer normally. And yeah, PNG, JPEG, they're both pretty similar. So go with whatever you want between those two. But let's download it and then I'll show you how to check the DPI on your computer. So here we are. I've opened up this file. And now if we go to Tools, we can click Show Inspector. And as you can see here on a Mac, it will pull up some information. So image DPI, for this, it is actually only 96 pixels per inch, which means that technically our file is not optimized for print. So that means that we need to upscale it. And luckily there are loads of free resources for this. Once again, your file may print fine with this DPI. However, this really is for best practice to maximize your print quality, and it is recommended. So if you literally just Google DPI changer, there are so many free options. I've clicked on the first one here and now let's run it through. So this is now working its magic and it's already converted and downloaded it. So this is essentially upscaling the image and it will now be 300 DPI, which means it will be fully print optimized. So once again, if we come to Tools and then Show Inspector, we can now see that this is 300 DPI, aka dots per inch. So this is now a lot more optimized for print. So once again, oftentimes your files will be high enough quality already, even if you haven't fully maximized the DPI. I would say if you're using a tool like Midjourney, as long as you're upscaling creatively, these files are normally good enough quality to be printed up to A1, sometimes even A0. However, if you want to be on the cautious side, then you should be checking that you're at 300 DPI. We here at PrintShrimp will always manually check your orders before going out. However, it is up to you guys and our customers to ensure that you provide print-ready files, and maximizing the DPI is a large part of that. For example, say you've generated an image on Midjourney and it takes up a small part of the image. That you need to worry less about. However, if you're taking an AI image and then instantly blowing it up to be A1 or A0 size, there is a lot more risk of it being blurry if you're not optimizing to 300 DPI. So using upscaler tools like this one, and again, there's loads online, is very much recommended. Very quickly, while I have you here, just wanted to give a shout out to our free to join community on School. We have everything you need to know about selling posters in here. And once again, it is all completely free of charge. We have nearly 2 hours worth of video content detailing the whole process of selling posters on Etsy, because we are the company that will print your posters for you. And therefore it's in our best interest to get you guys selling posters and to get you succeeding. So please feel free to check it out if you haven't already. And yeah, best of luck. Okay, one other thing to bear in mind is bleed/margin. So when it comes to printing posters, we will actually print your file border to border. So you do not need to actually include bleed, margins, crop marks, anything like that. We will print the full file provided. The only thing I will say is do be careful putting elements too close to the edge, because, for example, some orders might be framed and things like that, and then sometimes the frame can obscure the edges of designs. And also there is a very, very slight, like 0.2 millimeter tolerance when it comes to trimming. So as in when we cut the posters to size, it can vary a couple millimeters either side. So if you don't basically place any really specific elements very close to the edge, it's good to leave a bit of breathing room, but you don't need to actually properly account for bleed and margins. We will print border to border, but just be careful very, very close to the edge with anything too specific. For example, this, fine. If we trim off a very, very, very small portion of this edge, it won't make a difference and it'll look the same, so you don't need to worry about that. However, if you have really, really small text down the bottom, you can see it is in danger, and Canva actually automatically highlights this with a red mark just to show you that, you know, you're doing something wrong. And as you can see, when I did it before with the bigger text, this red thing did not pop up. So, you know, just really small elements are a bit more at risk close to the edge. Okay, now another important thing to consider is color setting. So, slight little disclaimer, there are always differences between what you will see on your screen and what a print could come out like. At the end of the day, prints are a lot more, screens are a lot more brighter. They use, you know, non-natural colors and that kind of thing. There is always going to be slight variations between what you see on your computer screen and what comes out of the printer. This is also because screens operate on RGB color space. However, when you send a file to print, it is printed using CMYK inks. This is just how things kind of work. So there is a slight shift between the color profiles you will see on your computer and the color profiles that will be used when printing your posters. If you want to play it really safe, it's recommended to save your files in sRGB. This just saves them in a format where it makes the conversion to CMYK just a bit more managed and better. This is not a free feature in Canva. I would honestly say don't worry too much about this, guys. The only time where you really might want to take a look is when your file is overly black or overly gray. It can get a bit tricky with very, very black prints. That is where more shifts occur just due to the nature of the inks and the nature of printing and that kind of thing. If you do have Photoshop, however, one quick thing you can do is to come into here, and if you actually just search sRGB, you can click Proof Setup and ensure that you are on sRGB, and therefore it will export in the best kind of print settings, and these colors will be more true to how it prints. Another thing to bear in mind is your file size. Honestly, in our experience, you do not need your posters to be any bigger than 25 megabytes. We do limit files on PrintShrimp to 75 megabytes. If your files are going above this, we highly recommend compressing them. Again, there are loads and loads of tools online. If you search image compressor, you should be able to find them. Also, if you do have Photoshop, oftentimes, if you just insert your design into Photoshop and then export it as a JPEG, that will significantly reduce the quality, because really there is no need for files to be any bigger than 75 megabytes, and it just slows everything down and takes up too much space on your computer. So yeah, just bear that in mind and maybe look at compressing options if your file is over 75 megabytes. That is essentially it for ensuring your files are ready for print. Once again, you can kind of tell just from looking at it whether it will print okay or not. My general rule of thumb is like, if you zoom in a decent part of the way and it doesn't look blurry like this, that looks amazing, then it won't print blurry. Best practice is to make sure you're at 300 DPI and also convert to sRGB. But once again, most of the files will print completely fine without this. If you're using Midjourney, just ensure you upscale creatively, and then I really do recommend also upscaling after that. The same when it comes to Sora and other AI platforms as well. So use best judgment, but this is our official advice to ensure that your files print as accurately as possible when using PrintShrimp. Once again, if you've stumbled across this randomly and not sure who we are at PrintShrimp, we are a print-on-demand company that prints posters for people worldwide using fast and free domestic shipping. So we print where your customer is. Selling posters online is a really, really great way of earning some income. It's like a process of building a legitimate business. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme or anything, but you can really, really create good artwork and then sell it through print-on-demand. So once again, check out our school page. If you are interested in getting started, there is loads and loads of resources on there to help you from the very, very start. Videos such as this and a whole lot more. So best of luck, everybody. Thanks for watching.